Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin with new information on a Grand Forks man who was shot early this morning. Police are still searching for 3 suspects after multiple shots were fired. Thank you for joining us. The victim, 30-year-old David Gomez of Grand Forks, is expected to survive. Gomez has a long criminal history, that is, including possession of drug paraphernalia, assaults, violation of a protection order, and failure to register as a sex offender. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson was on the scene today and shows us what happened.
Police received a 911 call of multiple gunshots at 2 a.m. here on North 39th Street, 3 blocks south of the Burger King on Gateway Drive. One of the folks who lives in this neighborhood says she didn't hear any gunshots. However, Betty Lou Vorland was a bit shocked when the gunshot victim came pounding on her door.
He was just bleeding on his head.
On his head?
Yeah.
Okay. And you called 911, the ambulance picked him up?
Well, the police came.
Okay. All right. So, but you never heard any gunshots before that?
No, nothing. Till he pounded on my door.
The shooting victim must have wiped the blood on his head because police say he was actually shot in the upper body. They're still trying to sort out exactly what happened out on the street. Was this guy walking down the sidewalk and somebody drove up and shot at him, or?
Those are still all the pieces that we're trying to put together at this point. It's pretty early in the investigation, but what we can say is that the victim and suspects appeared to know each other.
High-end townhomes line one side of the street in this neighborhood, and low-rent apartments line the other side of the street. Some folks say they're not surprised this happened. Did you hear the gunshots last night?
No.
Okay.
No, I got up at about 2:45 and I seen all the cops and the things flashing, but this is constant around this area.
Well, you see the police called all the time?
All the time. This is a lot of drug activity around here.
All right.
We're constantly reporting it.
Okay.
So now something finally went wrong.
At this point, police are still trying to figure out exactly what happened and why. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Witnesses say 3 men with unknown descriptions drove away from the shooting scene, in a dark-colored 4-door car similar to a Toyota Celica or Nissan Sentra. If you have any information about this case, you're asked to contact police. In just the last month, FM Ambulance says it has used the life-saving drug Narcan 10 times. That's more than any other month before. On average, it's administered 7 or 8 times a month. FM Ambulance says there's been a steady increase in the use of Narcan over the past 9 months. It's used to help regulate a person's breathing after an overdose. 60 to 70% of the time when paramedics use it, there is improvement in a patient as long as they're called right away to help.
We've seen a lot of patients that literally have had needles in their arms or right next to them. They haven't even made it that far from their use of the drug that it's really that acute of an effect.
Narcan is also used for patients who have taken too much prescription medication. For more on how often Narcan is used and how you can help someone you know who's using drugs, we have information at valleynewslive.com. Big news from North Dakota State University and Valley News Live today. NDSU announced where you'll be able to watch Bison athletics for the next several years. Valley News Live is proud to announce that we will continue to see the Bisons be the Bison station for NDSU football. Valley News Live Sports Director Beth Houle joins us live in studio with the details. Hey, Beth.
Hey, NDSU has reached agreements with 3 separate media groups for coverage through the 2018-19 athletic seasons. Your Bison football remains right here on KVLY and statewide on the NBC North Dakota network for the next 3 years. It was a competitive bid, but we're thrilled to have been chosen to continue this partnership with NDSU through Bison football.
There's 3 things that I think helped us get the deal. Unparalleled coverage. We're across the entire state on 5 NBC affiliates. We're on Dish, we're on Direct, we're on every cable system. We have a great track record. Since 2007, we've been doing Bison games, and we've done a really good job, and they really appreciate it. And third, we gave them the financial offer of what they're worth right now. As far as professional sports goes in our marketplace, they are in ratings only second to the Vikings. They're worth every penny that we're paying them.
The new agreements will begin with television and radio coverage of the annual Green and Gold Spring Game on Saturday, April 23rd at the Fargo Dome. Tonight in sports at 6 and 10, we'll hear from Coach Kleiman and Director of Athletics Matt Larson on their decision to choose KVLY and the NBC North Dakota Sports Network.
All right, thanks so much, Beth. If you want to watch men's and women's basketball, you'll turn to Midcoast Sports Network, and all radio coverage will shift to Radio FM Media. Bison Football and men's basketball will air on 107.9 The Fox and on new affiliates in Detroit Lakes and Wapaton, while women's basketball will air on 1660 AM. What an outstanding day, and there's still plenty of time to enjoy the outdoors this evening. Let's head over to Hutch for a look at tonight's forecast. Hutch?
Andrea, thanks so much. And on a day of so much good bison news around here, we have a lot of bison colors on the temperature map right now. Green and gold out there, the gold and yellow colors. Temperatures in the 60s, kissing 70 degrees right now in the FM area. It is cooler near the international border, 46 in Langdon and Roseau at 54 degrees. Peak temperatures today, upper 60s in Fargo, mid 60s in Fergus Falls, Oaks and Sisseton, as well as Jamestown. Here is a look at the satellite and radar. Things will be changing. Some showers of rain pushing up from our south as snow develops in the central Rockies. Thunder and lightning moving into southwestern Minnesota right now. And a band of rain showers along the international border. Both these areas of rain are moving northward, and that means our southern counties will begin to see some showers as we head through the evening. Our best chance of rain here, I believe, comes after 10 o'clock here in the FM area as temperatures slip slowly through the 50s. South winds will be a little bit on the brisk side, but hopefully you can get out and enjoy the last few minutes of this mild weather before some wild weather takes us into our remainder of the work week.
All right, now's the time.
It is.
Thank you, Hutch. While West Fargo's sewage lagoons might stink, at least there's no raw sewage flowing into the river. That was the case in Lisbon, North Dakota 2 weeks ago. A whistleblower first alerted us to the situation, asking if it was true. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has our investigation.
The main sewage lift station here in Lisbon, North Dakota has 3 pumps. One was out for repair and the other 2 failed. So if you did this overnight, March 18th to the 19th, it went here.
We certainly don't want homes destroyed from sewage. That's a high priority.
Randy Seelig says he got a call late at night as alarms were going off at the pump station. Once it was determined the pumps had failed, the decision had to be made. Pump it into the river or let it back up into your home.
Putting it into the river where you're dumping maybe 60-some thousand gallons into 42 million gallons of river flow versus people being in direct contact with full-strength sewage.
Seelig says while data showing the full impact of this bypass is not available, it's much less than if people came into direct contact.
So there would be health risks either way, whether it went to the river or backing up into, somebody's basement.
The North Dakota Department of Health says the city is allowed to bypass treatment and send sewage to the river in emergency situations. And while there is a health risk, the sewage is diluted by the river water. As of right now, officials do not believe there are any major impacts. In Lisbon, North Dakota, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
If you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. A Cass County deputy was assaulted during an early morning cell inspection. On Saturday morning, inmate Ansu Kamara followed Deputy Sean Brecky into Kamara's cell and intentionally pulled the cell door shut, locking it, and then began to strike and headbutt Deputy Brecky. The deputy was able to fend off Kamara until other deputies came to help. Both were seen by an on-site nursing staff and were treated for minor injuries. Kamara has been placed under arrest for felony assault of a peace officer. Back in October, we told you about how voters in the Mapleton School District rejected a $7.2 million school bond referendum. Well, today, voters are back at the ballot, voting on the same proposal that would help improve the building. Last time, more than 50% of voters said yes to the referendum, but 60% was needed for the referendum to pass. According to the Mapleton School District website, the taxes on a $100,000 home would jump $200 a year. That's about $17 more a month. The current school is 92 years old and is in need of a lot of improvements. Voting runs until 7 tonight. A wooden planter used for cigarette butts is to blame for a North Fargo fire. The Fargo Fire Battalion chief tells us it started in the planter and then went to the siding. The house, which is separated into 3 apartments, is located at 502 Forest Avenue. That's near Longfellow Elementary School. Crews were able to put out the fire quickly. No one was injured, and the house had minor damage. Fire officials say we may see similar fires like this spring, so they say it's a good reminder to completely extinguish cigarettes and use a metal container.